The first photography class I took was film, black and white. It was a Pentax K1000. That's the camera I used. I didn't even know what lens was on it. ByteDance, the company behind TikTok, they found us and they contracted us for making dance videos on their platforms, mostly in China, not on TikTok. I'm currently working on a camera bag. I'm making my own prototype.
Oh, hold on a second.
Okay.
You're designing your own camera bag.
Yes.
That's something.
I don't want to spend that time to make more money by doing videography stuff. I want to do the YouTube stuff because on the long run, the YouTube is gonna bring me way more money than videography can.
All right, guys, welcome back to Video Income Secrets. Today we have another good conversation. I have my brother Han right now on the call as our guest. I'm not gonna take much time. We're actually gonna get into it right now. Han, how you doing, brother?
Good, Sam.
Yeah, man, thank you so much for being on the call. I do appreciate you, and I'm super excited about this conversation that we're going to have right now. So can you tell us how long have you been doing video as a video entrepreneur?
Well, I started making videos, I think, since 2018 when I first met my girlfriend. So I started doing videography because my girlfriend is still a YouTuber. Not just YouTuber, but she's on pretty much every platform outside and inside China because we live in China and we have totally different platforms. TikTok is not TikTok, it's Douyin. YouTube is not YouTube, it's Bilibili. So she's a dancer and she used to do dance in public. So I started learning videography just because I need to make those videos for her. We grab the camera, go outside, find some interesting place like Times Square, and then just do a dance there. That's how I started doing videography. And then from there, the dance video just got more and more, not cinematic, but just improved the production quality. It's from just a standalone single shot from you do multiple takes, multiple angles, and you do lighting. Yes, you do all kinds of stuff to make those dance videos better. And then after a couple of years, I think it was 2020, ByteDance. How to say this? The company behind TikTok, they found us and they contracted us, basically paid us for making dance videos on their platforms, mostly in China, not on TikTok. Yeah, that's kind of how I got paid for making videos at the beginning. And at the same time, I was also working as a designer, like a design manager at a company. We were doing exhibitions. My background is design, so I was still doing a lot of design stuff, like installations for commercial places, like high-end hotels and malls and stuff. And at the same time, there's a need for capturing pictures or videos of what we were doing, installation, exhibitions. I was the one also doing that, so I was both the designer, the photographer, the videographer, everything. And then because that was just too much for me, doing that daytime job and making those dance videos. So I quit and I went to another company. It was an architecture firm, one of the largest in China, at least. And then I just focused on making videos and photos for them. So that involved me into some architecture projects, or those projects sometimes. That was some of the first larger projects I was involved in. And I did that for 2 years. And then I quit that to become like a freelancer. I thought like I'm ready to just go on my own. And I also have, alongside videography, photography, I also have some other things I want to achieve through YouTube. That's what I'm doing now. So that's how I started.
Nice. So you started in 2018. Now we are in by the time we record this in 2025.
25.
So it's about, 6 years now. I've seen your videos. By the way, guys, I found Han on YouTube. I was watching one of his YouTube videos. He's doing some travel videography videos, tips, tools, showing some of the tools that he's using for his travel videos. I mean, dude, like, you're doing a very, very good job. You don't look like somebody who's been doing it for only 6 years, man. Like, your videos are very impressive, So
I mean, 6 years can be pretty long. If you
true.
just keep doing it,
Yeah.
you can get better than me. I'm not the best.
Yeah. So are you full time right now, or are you still doing it as a
I'm full time.
hobby? You full time?
I'm basically unemployed.
Okay, you employed full
Yeah,
time.
I'm freelance. I employ myself now.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So you still working with your girlfriend?
on and off.
Okay.
So she's still doing dance stuff, but it turned from outside dance covers just to make good looking dance videos to dance tutorials, because that's how she wants to make money. You're not gonna make money. And selling online classes, tutorials, and also offline in-person classes. We have a dance studio downstairs, and people do come in here to take her classes. So, and she's also started live streaming, and so we have another boy who's our friends, who's also a professional videographer. Not like me, he went to the film school, so he is more in the business than I am. So we have him helping her on her side. I'm just like counseling.
Oh, nice. So, what does it look like right now, the business? I know you're freelancing. Can you talk me through like the type of clients right now that you have? Do you have like retainers, people hiring you and coming back every month, or you have to, look for clients, every month? Just what does it look like right now?
Yeah, yeah, okay. I think my situation is a little different from other freelance videographers who do videography for as their main job. Because videography is still my main job. Don't get me wrong, but now I think I started last year September. Since then, YouTube has become my other main job. So I'm currently not actively looking for clients. I kind of never did. Basically, my older employer, the architecture company, they are still my client, but they only hire me when there's a big project. Like they need to make a series of videos traveling through a couple cities,
Okay.
like 3 months, 4 months to do a series of videos, and that's when they hire me. So I kind of devote myself to that job for like 3 months and make a pretty good amount of money to support pretty much the whole year. But
Yeah.
that kind of job doesn't come every year. They come like every 2 to 3 years. And I left that company in 2023. So right after I left, they gave me one big job. But last year they didn't give me any. And I think there's another one coming soon. So that's that. And as monthly, I don't have a monthly client, but I do have a client who needs me pretty often. That's Photographics. I don't know if you know that. They are like a franchise galleries, more like a museum that's dedicated to photography. So it's like a photography museum thing. They have a franchise. They started in, I think it was not Copenhagen. Where did they start? Somewhere. Well, anyway, they have one in New York City. They have one in Berlin, and now they have one in Shanghai. So whenever there's a new exhibition, they find me, and I go there, take some photos, take some basically event photography and videography. And also alongside that, I also do some product photography for them. Like they have their products, souvenirs, and they have a restaurant newly opened, and it's a fancy restaurant. So every time they have a new dish, I go there and take some photos of that dish. So pretty messy, a lot of stuff. Yeah, and then just random clients. People find me either through Photographica or through other friends, through online. Yeah.
I mean, that's the pretty standard freelancer life kind of thing.
Yeah.
Now, my question in terms of revenue, like how are you? I know we obviously gonna talk about YouTube because myself, I'm a YouTuber as well.
Right.
So apart from this podcast, if you guys are watching on video, I have a main channel, and again, I'm a videographer, but I find myself, like you said, doing more YouTube than being a traditional videographer kind of
Right.
thing. So we're probably gonna talk about that, and maybe also talk about why maybe more videographers should start consider doing things like YouTube or other social media, because I think there's a huge opportunity right there. So just give us an idea what's your revenue looks like right now. Like obviously, every month is not the same. Depends. Sometimes you get bigger contracts, sometimes you don't. Like, what does it look like right now? I know you full time
Right.
also. Also, you live in China. I live
Right.
in Canada. Some of my audience lives in the US. So again, life may be a little different, economies and everything. So just give us an idea of, what does it look like right now?
Yeah. So I need to do a conversion. If I convert my RMB income into something like a dollar, US dollar, it will be like 30 to 40,000 per year. It doesn't seem like a lot because first I'm not, trying very hard to find clients and that. And also, that for living in Shanghai, one of the most expensive city in China, is still more than enough. So the average income of people in Shanghai every year is about $10,000 to $12,000, I think, a year. So
Oh,
I'm making
10
more than that.
to $10,000 to $12,000. That's enough
Well,
to live off.
let me think. It's like half of what I'm making.
Okay.
Like 15,
15,
15,000?
yeah, around 15, yeah.
15 to 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Average. So
So
yeah.
you're doing great.
I think for a starter and for somebody like as lazy as I am, in terms of reaching out to new clients, that's pretty good because I have my own style. If a client likes my style, I charge more.
Okay, I see.
That's
All
how.
right, that's very powerful. That's powerful right there. So you attract your own tribe.
Yes. So now it's my own tribe is kind of art industry, like exhibitions, art shows, that kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, you mentioned something about design. You have background in design as well. So do you do any design work still mixed with
Yes.
videography? And yeah, okay.
Yes. So the reason I'm starting YouTube is not because I want to put my videography works out there, but because I want doing videography, photography for so many years. I have a lot of thoughts on camera gear, that the product we use, and I think there's a lot to be desired there, and I have my own strong opinions on that, and that's what my YouTube channel is going to be focused on. I'm currently working on a camera bag, and I'm making my own prototype, and I'm reaching out to first that video will
Hold on a
come
second.
soon.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
You designing your own camera bag.
Yes.
That's something.
Yeah, that's where I'm starting.
Nice. So are you planning on using YouTube to kind of promote that, and or
Yeah, it's not as simple as promoting, because with someone, I have a degree of industrial design, so it's different from just companies making a product and then just do the promotion video, let people know, okay, here's a new product. That's wrong, and that's why a lot of products are wrong, because they didn't fully experience what videographers, photographers actually need. The designers there, they just sit in their office and trying to figure out some stuff. They talk to other videographers, but they are not doing it themselves. So I'm doing it myself, but my own experience is just one guy's experience. So YouTube is my place to, connect to people, make a community, and listen to other videographers. They don't need to be professional. I would rather them not to be, because there's a bigger market in, hobbyists, travelers, they have that need. And me, myself, I'm more into, I like videography, photography as a hobby, not a profession. And I want to design products for those people.
But
And
those
YouTube
people,
is
yeah.
where I find those people. I gather them around and listen to their opinion. Okay, here is a prototype. What do you think? Is this something you're looking
Yeah.
for? Is this something you want to add to it, or am I thinking totally wrong? I need opinion on that. That's the first phase of design. Actually, it's the second phase of design. The first phase is to
Yeah.
make a persona, know your people, and second phase is to get
Yeah.
their feedback, and the third phase is actually designing the stuff and making it. That's when I will reach out to other companies to do collaboration with, and then it's promotion.
Yeah. I mean, dude, that's powerful, man. Like you are leveraging YouTube at this stage, man. Like you really understand what you need to do and how you're gonna do it, man. That's powerful. And again, like I like the fact that you know who's your persona, like who's the person, who's the target client, and you try to not, because YouTube is perfect. Because I saw your videos, you have, I think you're getting decent views and you're getting engagement. People are commenting on your videos. So that's powerful. If you take those comments and you try to make a product that will kind of answer some of their pain points, man. Like I have this this brand, you probably know about it. It's called Ulanzi. They make like video accessories, right? Who doesn't know Ulanzi? Anyways, so I just started using some of their products, right? Some of them, they're super small, but every time I use them, I'm like, oh my god, I just can't believe it. Like somebody made this little
You're talking about
tripod plate, or like just tiny accessories, but when you use it you just feel like, oh my god, you just
genius, right?
Genius, man. Genius. Like there's this cage that I bought from, I think it's Nice Rig or something, and then they put a little it's like a little screwdriver, little piece of metal underneath the cage that you can use to remove like a tripod plate.
It's like this thing right there.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
dude. The first time I saw it, I was like, "Oh my god, this is a game changer!" I remember when we're shooting weddings, and you always have to use your keys, right? Have to use your keys to unscrew stuff. Like the person who thought about this, I mean, he's gonna sell more cages, right? Obviously, because he understands the experience, what we go through as videographers, right? So, man, like kudos to what you're trying to do, man. Like understanding, problems of your people, the people that you're trying to target, man, is everything. It's everything. So now YouTube, you started a YouTube channel. Did you have any experience with YouTube before? Did you have to learn? I saw you doing also like travel videos mostly. Any particular reason why you're doing travel?
Okay, travel is my niche. I just like travel. Okay. And I think a lot of photographers, they are into photography because they like to travel. Or people more than often decided to buy a camera because they need to travel somewhere. Yeah, that's that. So travel is the community is big. It's pretty much everybody on the earth. And I just love travel. Every time I have money, I can save money because whenever I have money, I go travel and I spend it on travel. So that's that. And sorry, what was your question?
Yeah, my questions are around YouTube, and of course you did answer any reason why you're doing travel. And so I'm assuming, are you making any sort of money with? I'm assuming you're just traveling to have fun, and then you capture the moments and you turn that into videos. Am I right?
Yes. So far, I haven't made any traveling videos, like travel vlogs, that kind of stuff, because travel for me is, I have plans to do that, but at the same time, when I travel with my girlfriend, she needs to make videos when she travels. Like she needs to do that dance in public thing. So that's that. Yeah, I have to do that, and I have to post those videos like pretty much 1 or 2 days after we take those videos. And I'm also doing a lot of photography just because I like taking photos. It's not particular reason that I'm making. It's not like I have to make money from taking photos. I just like taking photos when I travel, and I can get paid by traveling. Like I'm already starting to receive products from companies who who wants a video of that or sponsorship. So I'm already making some money from YouTube, which is good.
How many subscribers again you have right now?
I have like over 5,000 currently.
That's
I have,
good. Yeah,
I have
that's
7
good.
videos. Yeah, it's just gonna grow bigger. But
So sorry to cut you off, but you got the 5,000 subscribers from the 7 videos?
Yeah, 7 videos.
Dude.
Is that a lot? I don't know.
No, that's huge, man. That means
Really?
you're killing it. Bro, I've been
I
doing YouTube for almost 4 years right now. I'm close to 30,000 subscribers now. I have 29K subscribers, right? But I have posted almost over 300 videos, my man.
That's a lot of work.
That exactly. So if you can post 7 freaking videos, and you get 5,000 subscribers from that means you're doing extremely well, my friend.
Oh, thank you. I'm pretty happy about it.
Yeah, man. Yo,
Yes.
Congrats, man. That's very good.
Well, I think the thing is, before being a YouTuber, I'm a consumer. So I've been consuming YouTube videos for over 10 years, like pretty much more than any Chinese you can ever meet. Because 10 years ago, I was in the US, and right then I started just watching YouTube, and you know, I get more and more into it. And now I spend like a couple hours on YouTube every day. Just so it's like design. It's like what we just talked about, product design. You have to know your audience. So just by watching a lot of YouTube videos, and I know what kind of video audience want, or what is missing in this YouTube world. So, and I find that I'm not satisfied with the content I'm receiving from YouTube now. So I'm just gonna make my own. I'm making the videos like that I like to watch.
To watch. Yeah, that's the key. That's the secret. Make something that you would want to watch, but also make sure there is like an audience for it. Someone else, like there's a demand, right?
Yeah.
So once you do those 2 things on YouTube, you're most likely to be successful.
Yeah.
For sure. So now I need you to talk to videographers who are just videographers, not creating content either on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever platform, doesn't matter. Can you tell them the importance why they should actually start doing YouTube? Now my personal experience, I'm making more money from me doing YouTube as a videographer than what I was making actually on the actual gigs as a videographer, like traditional gigs, like weddings and music videos or whatever, like all the stuff that we usually do, right? So can you talk to the people in the back about why YouTube or social media, just doing social media or being a creator as a videographer, how important it is?
2 perspectives. First is if you just want to grow your videography career, then social media is just one exit for your content to be seen by more clients, potential clients. That's that. And that's pretty much basically why most videographers do social media, at least in China. Like photographers, they post photos daily on Rednote, and the videographers, they do like Bilibili, you know, because mostly do horizontal videos, or if you are into vertical short videos, they go on to Douyin, which is TikTok, to be seen by more people, to get more clients. That's that. But the second reason is, you know, like is another way to make money. You know, you being able to make good video is like one skill a lot of YouTubers, like real YouTubers, don't have.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Like, you know, a lot of YouTubers, like gamers, vloggers, they probably don't know how to make a, you know, good video. Like my girlfriend, she just put the camera on full auto mode and just go. So your content is gonna be more visually appealing to audience. But at the same time, I would say if that's not good enough of a reason to be on social media, if your only skill is making good looking video, because that's everywhere. That's not interesting enough. For me, I making YouTube videos. I'm not even on Instagram. I tried, but I'm too lazy. Too lazy. I can only focus on one thing, but later down the road I might start like really focusing on Instagram, maybe get a helper, but just on YouTube, because alongside videography, I have other things I want to do. I want more people to and just I want to talk to people about those thoughts I have. For me, it's design, it's products. I want to, I can talk to a client about how I think about a camera bag, right? So that's why I'm doing YouTube, just to maybe start another career. It's potentially another career. Yeah. So it's like if you have this anxiety inside of you, that's like, okay, I have so many thoughts, but if nobody can hear it, it's just gonna make me more anxious and just so
Yeah.
then it's that I think to me that's the best situation, because you have some interesting things to say on YouTube, and more than often there will be people who wants to listen to that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
It's a community of listeners.
Yeah, my community is going to be very niche, but it's still a community.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, man. Like building a personal brand as a videographer or photographer or as a creative person is the best thing ever. And YouTube is a perfect place to do that. Now, a lot of people are scared, but as you mentioned, like just the fact that you're a videographer, you're like maybe 50% ahead of the average creators on, like on YouTube, because you already know how to use a camera. You already know how audio works, how lighting works. So, if you're good at talking and speaking and communicating, that's even like better. If you're not good, like myself, when I started, I was struggling, man, it was tough. I never been in front of camera before. Took me time to learn, and I kept learning, and I got better. That's why I published over 300 videos, because it helped me kind of practice my camera presence and confidence. So so once you nail that, man, like that's where things start happening. You build a personal brand. That's where you can branch into working with, like, collaborating with brands in the camera industry or whatever, audio industry or lighting. You can start making digital products or physical products, like what you are doing, and sell that. Start with your audience. Your audience is gonna help you, kind of come up,
Make
because
it better.
make it better. Their pain points. You're serving them already, and then you can sell it to the masses, man. Like YouTube is perfect. Plus, you get monetized. You get clients from YouTube. I get a lot of clients from YouTube. Now, luckily now in 2025 or 2024, whatever, you can work with most people remotely. You don't even have to be in the same location anymore, right? So many ways to collaborate with people. So like social media just opens up
possibilities, man.
Like it's insane.
Yeah.
So, man, kudos, man. Like, I like what you're doing. So now let's talk about like your skills, like your videography skills, because obviously I've seen your videos, again, are super clean, professional and everything. Like, did you take any particular course? What type of gear are you using? I know people say gear doesn't matter. I agree.
Oh, it does.
With that saying, 100% gear doesn't matter, but at the same time, gear does matter. So,
It doesn't matter.
do you have any specific gear that you use, and did you take any sort of courses to be where you are right now?
Okay, I've taken a lot of courses on YouTube.
Okay.
So I learned videography entirely just on YouTube, and just keep doing it. I think doing social media for my girlfriend was a really good way to start, because even if I mess up, it doesn't matter. Because you are not getting paid. You are just getting a chance to practice. That's how I get better. Yeah. And watching a lot of YouTube tutorials. Basically, you don't need to go to film school. YouTube has everything. If you just want to watch it, if you want to, because I have a lot of friends here who help me making videos. When we go to a big project, I'm the director. I'm also the the cameraman. I'm the producer. I'm doing everything. But I always have 2-3 co-workers who all graduated from film school. I don't think they have enough knowledge. They don't have a lot of the knowledge. I think you should have known that. But
I don't know what they learned. I don't know what they learned in film school, to be honest.
Yeah, in school they don't teach this. Just go to YouTube or go to Bilibili. Just learn it. Learn it yourself.
Yeah.
It's so easy. There are paid platforms like Skillshare if you really want to, but you don't have to. I'm not saying I'm a super good videographer. I get good enough to be paid, but I'm not qualified to make Hollywood blockbusters, of course that. But that you need to go to school, because the most important thing you learn from school is connections. That's what I don't have here. That's why I'm not actively, looking for clients, because, I don't have connections in the industry. But I just need enough clients to feed myself, and then I'm doing my own thing. That's how I learned videography. I think that's the answer to the question. And just keep doing it. When I was hired by, I think every 2 years for me is a step. The first 2 years were just, social media, then was another company, and then another company. Every company, it was 2 years. And in each company, I was doing videography stuff. It's not professional, videography company, but that's why every time they need something, some kind of visual stuff, they come to me. So yeah, that's also another way to practice. Yeah,
so my question is, what cameras, like what type of gear do you have? Like just normal gear, Sony, whatever type of cameras,
I have
type of lighting, microphones.
Yeah.
Just for the people who think gear matters.
I have a couple, but professionally, the 2 cameras I'm getting paid for is the Sony FX3. And that's only for video. And the Sigma FP.
Oh, Sigma FP.
Yeah, that's pretty niche, but also
that's for photography.
That's for both.
Oh, it does both.
That does both.
Okay.
For photography, I had a Leica. So
okay.
Yeah, but
that's fancy too, huh? That's a fancy camera.
Yeah, but I sold it because I don't need it to make money. Because I think the FP for photography does everything I wanted to do. Maybe not everything, but mostly. And what else?
What about lenses for your FX3?
Yes. And I was also using the FX6 for bigger production. That's not mine. That's my co-workers. But FX6 just they are the same. But the FX6 just looks more professional. So that's important. That's why gear matters. You take out an FX3 and FX6, they are gonna pay more for that FX6, although they take exact the same quality.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing.
Yeah, some clients like that.
So even when I'm using FX6, I'm gonna show you, because this is kind of confidential. That's one of my personal projects I'm gonna put on YouTube. Hold on a second. What's this?
Whoa.
So, yeah. This is
some sort of rig.
Yeah, it's a rig. But it's a rig for a specific purpose, which is to, have everything I need in one block. Not this. This arm need to go. But everything is a block. So I can just slot it into a compartment, a square compartment of suitcase. And have everything: monitor, microphone, the handle, battery, shoulder support, everything. So it's a project I'm doing. And that's...
You're gonna use that to impress your clients?
Yes, exactly. So it doesn't improve the video quality in any way possible. It helps me, my experience, because, you have a bigger monitor, you have more weight to, balance your camera. But the quality is the same. But for the client, you are professional now. Just holding an FX3, you are just an amateur. So that's the difference it makes. Yeah.
True, you're
but
right.
Functionally, it still helps. So yeah, that's that. And I already made a video about the Sigma FP. That was that was kind of pretty good video. So that's actually my favorite camera. That's
all right. So lenses.
For the Sony system, I use 24-105, the f4G lens. That makes the most amount of money for me. Yeah, it's just the most versatile thing I can have. And I need a wider end, so I have the Tamron 20-40, just for that 4mm. You know, sometimes I need to go wide, but I don't like to go wider than 20. That's my style. But if the clients want, I can always get a 16-35 or something. And I have a 35 prime lens, 35 1.8 Sony, just a normal Sony lens. That's my favorite lens because that lens is the lens I use to shoot my YouTube videos. And it's very good for videography because it's the focus is linear. And there's no very visible focus breeze, and minimum focus distance is very short, so I can do some product thing with it. Yeah, those are the 3 lenses I use the most. Actually, they are the 3 lenses I keep because I also have co-workers. They have other lenses like the 70-200 f4 for Sony. That's also a very good lens. Yeah, I forgot what else they have. Yeah, but everyone has a 24-105. Sometimes we have 3 people, 3 cameras, they all have the 24-105 on it. That's just enough. Yeah. So that's that. Do you need to know my Sigma lenses? It's kind of niche.
I don't personally, I'm not interested, but maybe for the audience, I don't know if I ever buy a camera like that one, to be honest. I'm more like I like Panasonic, Sony cameras, just normal stuff, Canon, but things like Leica, what's the one, Sigma. I don't know, but who knows? No. Maybe one day. Well, yeah. So is it like what type sensor does it have?
It has the same. It's a full frame. No, it's a
full frame. Okay.
Yeah. It's L mount. It's L mount. It's Panasonic lens.
Nice.
Yeah, but I'm not using Panasonic lens. I use vintage lenses. I convert them to. Yeah, my favorite set is the Pentax Takumar. Those are the lenses from the 1970s. That's my travel lens. When I'm traveling, I'm taking photos for myself. Those are the lenses I use. They are all prime lenses. Pretty small. I can show you.
You don't like autofocus?
I don't like autofocus. I mean, yeah, I don't like autofocus. Even when I'm using, the Sony lenses, I still turn them into manual focus because they...
For real?
Yeah.
What? Dude, I used to do that, but from the time I got autofocus, like real working autofocus, now I'm hooked. I used to use Panasonic. This is a GH5. I have 2.
The horrible autofocus.
Right?
Yeah.
The focus is horrible. So now I'm trying to get into Sony ecosystem. And I love Sony's autofocus. So now I use it every day. Actually, every time I get an opportunity, autofocus is on, my friend.
No, I mean, it's very important to have good autofocus. For example, for my YouTube videos, I have to have autofocus because I'm just one man. The camera needs to know where to focus.
Yeah.
And for dance videos, they need to do good autofocus because they need to follow. I'm moving very fast. Like this and this. So yeah, that's when I need autofocus. That's why I'm still in Sony. If I don't need autofocus, I would sell all my Sony gear and just, probably get into Panasonic. But personally, I enjoy, everything manual.
Wow.
Yeah.
I do not enjoy manual focus at all.
It's okay. That's what people prefer. Some people, a lot of people nowadays like film photography, which I don't like. If I cannot see my photo, at the night, the day I took them, I don't like. Yeah.
Like maybe it's because of the experience that I had in the past. I started with like horrible autofocus cameras, where I'll take pictures or whatever, like do videos, and then end up when I go to post-production, when you have like that picture that everything is in focus except the eyes, you're like, oh my God, and it's a perfect shot, right? The background is blurry. Everything looks so sharp except the eyes. You're like, oh my god. So that's where you start craving for autofocus, like good autofocus. So
You know,
once you get your hands on it, you're like, I'm not gonna let it go.
I started with film, so manual focus. That's how I started photography. The first photography class I took was film, black and white. It was a Pentax K1000. That's the camera I used. I didn't even know what lens was on it, so I used that camera to yeah. So I know that, but the thing is, I don't think a good picture needs to be in focus. Being like really sharp in focus doesn't mean it's a good picture. Yeah, especially when you are traveling, because yeah, right. I mean, a lot of the good photos, the real good photos, like when I go to Fotografiska, I see a lot of photos from the past. You know, they have exhibitions of who was that? I forgot, but a lot of historically important photographers. I see their work. Most of them are not in focus, like are not like dead on. So, and they're like sometimes they're more beautiful than a very modern super sharp photo. Like, you know, I think that educated me a little bit. So yeah, I'm not particularly, you know,
You're not worried about that, but I think it depends on the style of photography that you're doing.
right,
So if you're doing like portrait photography,
right.
like
You need to,
I mean,
yeah,
like your eyes are out of focus, man. You're not gonna get paid for sure, you know.
true.
But like for your niche, like it's more travel. It's more like less of portrait. It's more like
Well, actually,
landscape. Sometimes
I
photographing people, like street photography and things like that.
not
Yes,
just
a little
that.
bit of yeah.
I use manual for event photography. That's
Okay.
a lot of what I do. You know, for art shows where you need to really capture the crowd, capture, you know, not just the work. Sometimes always manual focus. The benefit is you really can't decide where to focus at the moment.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So you know when you compose a picture, most
Yeah.
oftenly the camera will decide to focus on a person if it's
Yeah,
autofocus.
yeah.
But sometimes I just need to focus on the background.
Yeah.
Or sometimes
no, that
there
I
are
agree.
yeah. So it's actually for easier for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think some cases for sure you don't have a choice. You gotta use manual focus. Like you can't use like autofocus like full time all the time. Yeah, like if you're doing an event like that, like a concert, and then you
Right.
want maybe to focus on you want the background to be out of focus or in focus. Depending on the creative style you're going for. Yeah, for sure. I think manual focus is the way to go for sure. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Yeah.
So maybe
Nice.
try it. Try it.
No, I mean, it's not like I don't do manual focus like at all, right? It's more like when I got my hands on like a good autofocus, I was super hungry for it. So I I take advantage of it. Like, let me give you an example. They say sometimes I do portraits for my kids. And you know how kids are moving fast.
Oh right. Yes,
Right?
that's hard.
So
Yeah.
imagine trying to look at like to get a portrait of your kid, like a baby or a toddler. They're moving fast. If you have a camera that you have to, or doesn't like get the autofocus, man, like you're done, man. It's hard to get like an actual picture, an actual portrait that's in focus. While when you have like a Sony camera, a Canon camera, you just do this, pa, 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 and it will take like gives you like. Even if
Right.
they are moving, you just make sure the framing is good, and then you let the camera take care of everything else, man. Like the eyes super sharp in focus. So that's where you see the difference,
Yeah.
So I think to be fair, it all depends on the scenario. And,
Yes, right. Depends on the, what kind of case it is.
yeah, that's for sure. So, do you want to make more money? Are you happy
sure.
where you are?
I'm happy where I am, but I always want to make more money. But it's not
Yeah.
about making money. Actually, don't lie to yourself. Everyone
You don't
wants more
like-
money.
Everybody wants money. Money's money,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
Before I do YouTube, I set a goal. So one of it is to have my products delivered to fellow filmmakers, photographers. And the second is to buy a new car.
A new car.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm a car guy. I'm not happy with the car I have now, but I need money, so I need money to buy a new car. Yeah, that's money.
So okay, so in your business, like, are you thinking of like scaling to, let's say that right now you told me you're making around between 30 and 40 a year, which is pretty good in China right now. So are you thinking of like getting to 100,000, or you just happy, you just want to keep writing the whatever you have going on? You think just
Yes,
because some people sometimes we just want to keep making more money, but like if you're happy, you don't really have to make more money. You can just live your life and just keep making whatever you're making and enjoy the ride.
if I don't think what I'm doing is gonna make more money, I'm not gonna do it. Okay. It's like, yeah, that's
So you do want to grow, yeah, okay.
But the ultimate goal is never to, have $1 million, but to have what? I don't want money. I want stuff. I want experience. What can money get me?
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I want. So I never think about how much money I'm gonna make. I only think about, okay, when can I afford that car?
Okay, I see.
I think there's no difference there, probably, but But my goal is always the stuff, because
the stuff.
I'm artifact fetish, so I always like stuff. I don't like money.
Yeah, no, I see. I mean, yeah, eventually you still need money, because I mean, eventually money you make it ends up going somewhere anyways.
Right.
So what are the strategies that you implementing right now in the business to be able to grow that revenue so you can get those fancy cars? I don't know what you guys have in China. For me, I want to get the Cybertruck when I get rich.
No,
Cybertruck.
I only want older cars, not newer cars.
Okay.
And older cars are only getting more and more expensive. So I think my strategy, I don't have a strategy. I just have a plan for what I'm doing, right? And the thing is, I need to keep doing the videography stuff. Just when a client comes, I gotta go just to keep the lights on. And I'm happy with how much I'm making on that side. So with the rest of the time I have, I don't want to spend that time to make more money by doing videography stuff. I want to do the YouTube stuff, because on the long run, the YouTube is gonna bring me way more money than videography can.
True.
And just make me happier. Like, YouTube is where I can talk to all those people.
There's something about YouTube. You express yourself, you share your thoughts to people who actually care about what you have to say, right? It's more like, I think it's like therapy.
Yeah.
In a sense. In a way, yeah.
YouTube is great.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I love that perspective, man. I love the way you see it. It's like, okay, right now I have enough money. I don't need to make more. I mean, yes, you need more stuff. So let me use the rest of, let me keep what I have going on. Let me keep it that way. And then use the rest of the time to do like YouTube. Because YouTube, it could be a little slower. So when you're starting out, you may not be making money, and it takes time to make those videos. But eventually, once you hit, a certain number, or like your audience grows, you start, things start happening.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it, because I'm already making money on YouTube. It's not a lot, but it means something to me. And companies are sending me stuff that's worth a lot, so it means a lot. Yeah.
Can you give us an idea of what you have received so far?
What
companies? What like the type of products you have received so far?
In my last video, I introduced a couple lighting gear from Smallrig that were pretty awesome. I only accept stuff that I'm really interested in. So, and those two lights are pretty good. One is like 220 watt, and one is 60 watt, which is like lighting me right now. I'm using it, and the other stuff I just received is this, the quick release.
The tripod?
The tripod.
Okay. That's from what? That's from
Potato Jet.
Oh.
Small. It's small. It's also from Smallrig. Potato Jet.
It was a collab. It was collaboration between Potato Jet and.
I got that. Yeah, and I got some.
How much is that worth? That thing is expensive. It's not like $300 or something.
More than that.
Yeah.
I think six something.
600. Yeah.
600 to 700 something. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and other some small stuff like, I received this. like hard drive cases. Sometimes I just think, okay, that's something I need. It's not worth a lot, but it doesn't hurt to give them a shout out if it's actually a good product. And also, flashlight, knives, because I make those EDC gear stuff. I like those too. And there are some stuff that I refused. I refused a lot of stuff, like all the flashlights, office stuff, like those moving table, I don't know, treadmills.
Yeah, you don't need that. I don't think videographers would enjoy that.
Yeah.
Sometimes companies will just reach out to you like, I want to send you some random stuff that really they have nothing to do with your audience.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think we need to educate some brands on how like influencer marketing works.
No.
You know?
Yeah.
So do you think living in China gives you some sort of advantage over creators living in America or like in North America? I'm going to explain why I'm asking that question, because I do receive products as well from brands, and most companies are in China. Most, especially like gear companies, like making cameras, camera accessories and things like that. Sometimes they have some inventory already because they're selling on Amazon, so it's easier to ship from the US or Canada, but sometimes they ship directly from China. So by you living in China, you think it's easier to get access to free products compared to people living in North America.
The benefit of living in China is not that. Because those brands, they have a very good, distribution center all over the world. They ship to Iceland if they need to. So it like Potato Jet, I don't believe he, went to China multiple times to develop that tripod. Like here, I can just convey my idea to whoever the company is, and the company can make a sample and ship to US in a couple of days. It's very fast. Yeah, if they really want to do that. So, and also, I got reached out by Nightcore. I don't know if you know Nightcore. They make like flashlights, power banks, and camera batteries. It's a pretty good company. I recommend it.
Okay. Yeah.
But because I'm doing YouTube, they reach out to me from their overseas marketing department, and when they realize that I live in China, they say, "Okay, sorry, I can't ship it to you because I'm the U.S. department. So if the Chinese department contacts you, then I can forward you to the global whatever." So there's no real benefit there.
Okay, yeah, I see.
Yeah. The real benefit of living in China is first low cost of living. And I just said 30,000. I didn't do the exact math, but let's say 30,000 US dollar. That's enough for me to live in Shanghai, one of the most expensive cities in China, comfortably. I'm living in a 2-story apartment with my own office, bedroom. My girlfriend has a dance studio, and we have a living room, kitchen. And
you're living the best life.
Not the best. It's still small. Like this space, it's really a compromise for what I want to do. But it's fine. I can start from here and just get bigger. And also the other benefit is I do have my own house. It's just that I can't go living that right now because it's being rented out and the contract is still, on. So that's one benefit. There are a lot of benefits. It's very convenient, China. In the US, but there's a lot of benefit if I'm living in the US. Actually, I miss a lot of the United States. One of that is the open world. Like I live in Shanghai, there's an invisible wall around the city. It's like living in New York City. I was in New York City for a year, and it felt so hard to get out of the city. But if I want to, I'm jealous of those who live in Canada, like you, because you can just drive out and find a very scenic but quiet place to film whatever you want to film. And, everywhere is beautiful. It's really easy to get some very good shots of just the nature. And that's what I don't get here. So you don't see me making content outside a lot because it's not beautiful outside. It's just the city. Around Shanghai, it's all like that. So I have to go drive a couple hours out of the city to get a good view. But in the US, I can drive 30 minutes. It's already, the best view I can get.
So let's say someone wants to start, doing videography, being a business owner, providing videography services, what would be your tips, your like key tips that you give to that person, someone is starting out. If you were talking to yourself, like, back in 2018, what would you tell yourself?
I don't know if I'm qualified enough to give others tips because I'm not big enough to be, say, a very successful videographer, but I'm pretty happy of the choice I made. That's important. So, and I know in the future, I'm gonna achieve what I want to achieve by doing this. So, I think what the newcomers don't want to, they want to avoid something, which is doing this for money and thinking, okay, this is a very good industry to make money. It's probably not. I think if you are not really, really passionate about this thing, because if you are not creative enough, just not interested enough in it, it's gonna be very exhausting. Because there are a lot of people like that in China. They charge very little for hard labor. The industry is like that. It's because they just want to get into the competition but they are not exactly good at it. They're just doing it by lowering their price. And that's not good. I'm not angry about them. They are not going to steal my job because they are not going to be able to do what I'm able to do. So that's very important, is that having a style, because my style is like I like manual lenses, and my the style is kind of just what those art firms, galleries, what kind of things they like. And having a style is pretty important, I guess, and gear matters. So a big part of my style is because of the gear I use. So choose your gear wisely. Start small. Start with something like this. This is enough to start a business. And that's my experience. It's not a tip. It's just my experience. Yeah.
Yeah, just start small and then choose the right gear.
Be passionate. You have to like it.
Yeah, passionate. Yeah. If you don't like it, you're gonna quit at some point. If
you're
only thinking about money.
Yes, you're gonna suffer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I think it's one thing that we have in common, and sometimes it's actually, as videographers, I think sometimes it works in our advantage, but sometimes it doesn't. Is the fact that we love it. It's nice. It's like we're super passionate about it. It's like every time you see a new camera, like, oh my God, I want to have that camera. Like the FX3 right now, I want to have it. But, right? But sometimes it works against us in terms of like, okay, it's not a viable business because you keep spending money and most of the time you're not even making that much unless, of course, you understand the business side of it and you work hard and you do marketing and, you get clients. But most people don't really get to that level of like, making real money from it. It stays as a hobby. So,
right.
Yeah.
I think there's another thing is it should start with a hobby. Well, first.
I agree.
That's important. It should start with a hobby, unless you are from film school. If you are from film school, you're already in it. You don't need my tip, right? Start with a hobby, but everybody has their specialty. Like I'm from a design background, so naturally the first job I got was a designer. So that's where I started, and at that time there was no way I could get into the videography business because I was not skillful enough. So, but in a design company everywhere, medical, whatever, food, there's always need to shoot something, and that's where everybody can start. Like I have a camera, okay, I can shoot it for our company, for our little group for free, and that's where anybody can start with this.
Man, I'm super, super thankful, man, for this opportunity to actually get to chat with you. I sent you an email, you responded right away. Super grateful, man. Like, some people get my emails and just decline. So, so thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate you.
Why I'm on YouTube is I want to talk to people. I want to talk to people not in China, but outside of China. I really appreciate you, reaching out to me because I'm a very small channel and I don't know how you found me, but thanks.
Yeah, I mean, your content is fire. I'm going to link the your channel down below for the people watching on the video. Yeah, so before we close, do you have any last words? Obviously, I'm going to put some of your, social media handles, for the people who want to follow you or check you out. But other than that, like, do you have any last words? something you would like to say?
Well, I can't think about anything like very deep and meaningful right now. But if any of you guys are interested in the gear we use and you are not happy about what you have right now, like what the market offers, that's why you should come to my channel, because I want to make things right and I'm a designer. Yeah. That's a shout out to my channel. Sorry,
Yeah,
not
that's for
sorry.
sure, man. Like,
Yeah.
no, it's okay. Like, you guys, okay, I'm telling you, okay,
Yeah.
we have Han here on the show. I saw him on YouTube and his channel is fire, okay? When somebody tells you they has posted, it's not like he tells you, I actually saw it, posted 7 videos and get 5,000 subscribers out of those 7 videos. That means he's doing something right. So he is doing something right. So you better check him out. Okay, you better check him out. If you are into video production, you better check him out for sure.
Thank
All right,
you. Thank you.
my
Sam.
man.
Oh, one more thing.
Yeah.
One more thing.
Sure.
You don't
go
need
for
a visa to come to China. If any of you, especially filmmakers, people like us who happens to visit Shanghai, where I live, we can hang out. Just email me and I can walk you around, introduce you the good restaurants, not the the touristy stuff, the real Shanghai and the real China. And also I can take you to one of the most interesting place to shop for camera gear. It's better than B&H.
I had that
Yeah.
question actually.
Oh, okay.
Is it cheaper to buy gear in China? Like sometimes I see these websites, okay? There's Alibaba.com. There's another one, I can't remember the
Taobao.
name.
Taobao.
Yeah.
Taobao.
So
Yeah.
and I see like everything seems cheaper. Now, obviously some of those websites, they do sell fake stuff. They're not real. But I believe some do sell real genuine stuff, right? Because most of the things are made in China anyways that we get. They come
Right.
from
It's
China
just-
and then we buy them in America, coming from China. So is it cheaper to buy gear in China, living in China?
It is, because since I've been doing YouTube and there are a lot of products I want to showcase, and I always provide the Amazon link in my description, and because in that way I'm affiliated, so I can make some changes. And I always find the US price just overpriced. Sometimes, double the price we get in China. Obviously, that's income from China, so it's cheaper here, but sometimes it's a lot more expensive in the US on Amazon.
Overpriced.
Yeah, and
Even
but
like
that,
cameras?
cameras not the
Like
Sony Canon.
let's say if you were buying something like FX3, FX30,
No.
things like that. Okay.
Those
are
they
priced
can
the
be-
same.
maybe a little cheaper, or sometimes
Okay.
a little higher. It depends on Sony. It doesn't depend on the companies in China. But
Okay.
whatever is made in China is always cheaper in China. And
Like
also,
accessories, lights, tripods, things like
yeah,
that.
all
They must
those,
be cheaper.
all those, yes. And the place I'm talking about is, they obviously have every new camera and lenses you ever want, but they have those lights, bags. If you like film cameras, they sell films. And the most interesting thing is used. They have a whole building just for used stuff, vintage lenses, cameras, and that's where things can get really interesting. And also online used market, everything. Online used market has the best deal. So the FX3, the Sigma FP, every camera I own are bought online, used, and those, I can get very good deals.
Nice. So guys, if you want to go to China, man, you're gonna get the best food, you're gonna get the best travel guide, you're gonna get the best camera gear, best accessories. Guess we have to land the plane, unfortunately. Man,
It's a lot of talking.
Hen, thank you so much again for joining us. And guys, if you're watching on the video, there's another conversation that I had with another creator who's crushing it right now, making over $10,000. He's in America, making over $10,000 a month, crushing it, doing video, providing video services. So if you wanna check out that creator, I'm gonna link the video right here. But other than that, guys, I'll see you on the next episode. Take care.